Hi everybody. I'm sharing with you a yoga practice for active strength. This practice can be done as part of our regular workout, in replacement of our regular workout. Also, this is a great practice to do if anxiety is high and we're in a space where our head's really swirling around and meditation is just not helping us. So a chance to kind of get some work going, feel our muscles, feel our core. We are going to start standing up. I've designed this entire practice without props. A yoga mat would be helpful. So, coming into mountain pose, let's roll our shoulders back, feel all four corners of our feet pressing down into the floor. And then if we feel comfortable, closing our eyes, and let's find our breath. We're breathing in and out through our nose. And starting to allow our breath to move into our bellies, then our rib cage, then our chest. It's even nice often to find that tactile reference of one hand on our belly, one hand on our chest. And just finding that connection slowly back to our bodies. Let's feel the connection of our legs, the strength of our legs. A little sinking through our tailbone, shoulders are released down. Tall spines. Following the natural ebb and flow of breath, and notice after just a few moments how the breath begins to change. Allow it to change. Create space for a deeper inhale. A slower exhale. Let's even see if we can find that ujjayi breath, that whisper sound. Sounds like we're breathing steam against glass, but still breathing in and out from our nose. And just finding that nasally sound in, out. Slowing our breath down. In and out. Lifting our toes and just placing them back down. We bring awareness to the present moment. Honor ourselves, our physical bodies, for where we are today, for how we're feeling. Let's let go of the need to force or push through this practice, but use our breath as a guide to help us find those deeper layers of strength, resting whenever we need. Let's take a big inhale up to the sky. Hands come back through heart center. Inhaling up. Exhaling, coming back through. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let's fold from our hips. Bend our knees deeply, hinging from our hips, coming down to the floor. Give our head a little shake. Shoulders a little roll. Pressing down into our feet, reaching back up. Hands through heart center. Inhale up again. Exhale and fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Again, a little roll through our head, a little roll through our shoulders. Inhale, back up. Exhale to heart center. Inhaling up. Exhaling, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release. Let's go ahead and step back into downward facing dog. Spreading our fingers out wide on our mat. Let's find our shoulders, roll them back. Slide our shoulder blades in towards each other. A little hug there around our spine, at the same time bending our knees. Lifting our sit bones up high, sinking gently into our heels. Pedaling our heels one and then the other. Let's inhale, slide forward into plank pose. We can certainly lower our knees. Feel the whole underside of our body working. We want to be careful here that our hips aren't too low or too high. We're right in the middle. And then let's soften into our knees, fold from our hips back to downward dog, pedaling our heels. Inhale, glide forward to plank, hold. Heels pressing back, crown of our head stretching forward. Exhale and slide back. Let's gently bring our knees down to the floor. Stack up our shoulders and our wrists, our knees and our hips. Inhale, sending our chest forward, big breath in. Exhale, press the floor away, rounding into our back, sinking our tailbone. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. Moving our spine in any direction that feels good. Coming back into child's pose, our knees just a little wider. Sinking back into our heels, bringing our hands in a little closer. Rest a moment. Breathing into our backs and letting go. And then actually let's take a big breath in through our nose. Take a cleansing breath from our mouth. One more time, big inhale. Coming up. Sliding our arm underneath, thread the needle. We can put a little pressure into that hand that's still on the floor, adding a bit of a twist here. Always breathing, full deep breaths. Coming up and changing sides. Again, a little pressure into that hand that's on the floor, sinking into our shoulder, resting our head, if we can, right onto our mat. Coming back to center, setting back up for all fours one more time, rolling through our spine. Rolling all the ways. Coming back to child's pose, stretching our arms out. Tucking our toes, downward facing dog. Pedaling our heels. Walking up to our hands. Inhaling to flat back. Exhaling to release. Weight in our heels, let's roll all the way up. Reach to the sky. Hands to heart center. Inhaling up, interlacing our fingers, settling our shoulders, pressing down through our feet. Little taller through the top of our head. Let's come on over to the right side. Stretch through our arms, open our chest, and feel the length through both sides of our body. Come on up. Exhale, soften. Inhale again. Exhale over to the opposite side. Again, feeling that length through both sides, pressing down through our feet. Coming back up. Releasing our hands, rolling our shoulders back. Let's reach behind us, chest expansion. Big breath up through the chest, pressing down through our feet, and then either staying here or folding from our hips, lifting our knuckles up to the sky. Again, releasing our head. One more big inhale. Slow exhale, let's release our hands, weight in our heels, roll all the way up. Back to mountain pose and pause. Inhaling up, sun salutations. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, release, right leg steps back to lunge. Strong through both legs, sweeping our hands up to the sky, lifting through our chest. Inhale. Exhale, stepping back, downward dog or child's pose. Inhale, glide forward to plank. Shift forward and lower down to the floor. Rolling our shoulders back, stay low for cobra, or squeezing into our legs, pushing away from the floor, upward facing dog. Let's soften our knees back down to the floor. Come back to child's pose. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Right leg takes a big step forward, as many steps as we need. Knee, ankle in line, extremely important for the health of that front knee. Strong through the legs, sweeping both arms back up. High lunge. Stepping into forward fold. Inhaling up. Exhale, release. Inhale all the way up to the sky. Interlace our fingers, strong through our legs and our glutes. Open into a little bit of a back bend. Hands back to center. Inhaling up. Exhaling to fold. Inhaling to flat back. Releasing down. Left leg stepping back. This time, strong legs. Reaching our arms to the sky. Coming back through downward facing dog. Keeping our hands spread wide on our mat. Glide into plank. Shift forward. Lower down to the floor or flip the toes, come on through. Chest wide, upward facing dog. Exhaling to lift up and back. Downward facing dog. Left leg steps through. Knee, ankle in line. Squeeze into our legs, stretch to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way to the sky. Interlacing our fingers, lift and stretch back. Come back in, heart center. If you'd like to extend the video, push pause now and do another 2 or even 4 rounds of sun salutations. Finding our breath, noticing that we are much warmer, a little stronger feeling now. Let's take a big inhale up to the sky. Exhale and fold. Inhale, flat back, pause, roll the shoulders, chest forward. Exhale down. Inhale again, flat back. Exhale, release, stepping back to downward facing dog. Again, spread the fingers out wide, hug the biceps into the ears, slide the shoulders back. At the same time, let's watch the chest, draw the ribs in, keep the belly strong, the knees soft. This is a long line of stretch for both the back of the legs, and through our whole spine. From here, if we're feeling nice and stable through our front body, let's take our right leg up to the air, bend our knee, lifting our knee up to the sky, squeezing into our glutes. Looking forward, stepping through. Come on through, holding our knee in for a moment, and then placing our foot down, back foot lands, reaching up to the sky. We're in warrior 1. Settling our shoulders, feeling the strength in both legs. Inhale, exhale. And then we want the sensation with our right leg in front that our right hip is pulling back, our left hip forward at the same time, holding strength through the left glute, all the way down to the back blade of the foot. Finding again that Ujjayi breath. Inhaling, exhaling, opening up to the side, adjusting the feet as we need. Those back toes point straight forward, front toes just straight in front of us, but the knee hugging back towards our baby toe. Shoulders over hips. Eye gaze off our hand. Inhale, exhale as we sink lower into the legs. We even out our weight. Let's take our front palm up. Inhale, exhale, pause here, settle the shoulders. Inhale up, exhale, stretch back. Breathe. Come back through center. Come on down to the floor. Stay here a moment, adjust through the feet, lift the heel up. Let's take a big twist back. Wrap the shoulders, stretch up through the fingertips and press down through the right big toe. Inhale again, exhale, wrapping our arm behind us. Continue to twist, but careful that we're not twisting through the whole body, right? We want to only twist through our waist. Let's release down, lift up, step back into downward dog. Here we can take a moment to rest, or if we'd like, slide into plank, lower down, come on through, up and back, downward dog, and pause. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. We're taking our left leg this time up to the sky, bend the knee, opening through our hip. Shifting forward, hugging our knee up into our chest, placing our foot down, and we'll find warrior one again. All the way up to the sky, settle the shoulders, square the hips again, left hip pulls back, right hip forward, and then our tailbone sinks straight down. So sometimes there's this tendency to kind of flip the hips back so that we don't feel this incredible stretch through the hip flexor. We want to pull up a little higher. Tailbone down, squeeze into the glutes. Our hips are probably not pointing directly forward, but we have lots of strength in the back leg. We're feeling all of the dynamic energy of this pose. We're hugging our muscles in. And then inhale, exhale, open to the side. Warrior two, shoulders back. Inhale, exhale. Palm opens, reach up, settle the shoulders. Inhale, length through the spine. Exhale, stretch back. Breathe, hold the strength in the front leg. Come back through warrior two. Come on down to the floor, lifting our heel. Resetting for our lunge. Left arm up to the sky, big twist here. Pushing down into our left big toe. And then again, let's take that arm behind us. Continue to wrap through our shoulder, twist through our waist. Long line, top of our head to our heel. Releasing down. Lifting up and back, downward dog or child's pose. And again, take that time to rest. Or inhale, plank. Exhale, shift forward and lower. Arms hug against our body. Come on through. Up dog. Up and back. Downward dog. We can take another flow if we'd like. We can hold and rest. Listening to our bodies. As we meet back up and downward facing dog, pedaling our heels, we're actually going to step a little bit in and a little bit out with our feet. So we want to come forward so that we can actually push into our heel and no wider than our mat so that we have that sticky surface for our feet. Bending the knees as we need. Open through the chest, a wide leg downward dog. And then, depending on how our shoulders feel, if we're taking care of them, stay here. Or we can come across the body. So right arm to the outside of our left leg. Nice big breath. Coming back and through, changing sides. Come back to center. Step the feet in, step them back into your regular downward dog. And again, let's flow. Glide into plank. Shift forward. Come on through. Lifting up and back. Downward dog. And of course, take another flow if you'd like. Or come into child's pose just to release the shoulders. We can even take the arms back if we'd like, just for a moment. And the moment passes. Back to downward facing dog. Let's walk up to our hands, forward fold. Inhaling to flat back, exhaling to release. Inhale, roll all the way up, reach to the sky, hands to heart center. Let's inhale up one more time, and come on back. Hands to our hips. Let's step our left leg straight back, so that our hips stay completely square to the front. We're gonna place our back foot on the mat. And so our heels are hip distance apart. So they're not crossed, they are hip distance. Let me show you a little bit more face on. See how you can see my whole foot and back right there? That's what we'd like to see. You can even use the edge of your mat if you'd like. So one foot on the edge, one foot slightly inside. So this is pyramid pose. It's important where we are in space, not so much for this setup, but you'll see in one moment. Let's start with our arms in, chest expansion. Big inhale, squeeze the muscles of your back leg all the way up through your glute. Inhale, exhale, let's hinge forward halfway. So this is why we want to make sure the foot placement is there, so that when we come over, we have that nice angle through the pelvis and we're flat, as opposed to being twisted one way or the other with the tendency to maybe pinch into the SI joint or the lower back. So hold this space, right hip back, left hip forward, legs squeezing together like scissors trying to close. Little tuck in through the chin. Inhale, exhale. Inhale again, soften a little into the front knee. We're going forward. You can take your hands with you, or you can take them away and just place them on your shin or the floor. Take a couple breaths. And then let's slowly step into forward fold. Bend the knees a lot, hands to elbows, a little sway. And inhale, roll up, reach up, and come back through. Pause in mountain pose. Notice the difference, one side to the other. Hands to hips. This time our left leg, our right leg slides straight back, leaving our left leg in front. Hips are squared off again. Squeeze the muscles of both legs up. Hands wrap behind, chest expansion. Inhale, exhale, halfway. Squaring our hips. Squeeze your legs both towards center. Long line, belly strong. Inhale, exhale. We can go all the way forward if we'd like. Of course, we can release our hands. Stay with the breath. And releasing. And stepping in. Inhale, roll up. Shoulders back. Pause. Inhale to the sky, interlacing our fingers. Exhale over to the right. Inhale, exhale over to the left. Back to center, pressing through our feet, lifting through our chest. Hands back to heart center. Release. And just pause. As we breathe, notice that tingling sensation through the body. That is your awakened prana. Energized, strong. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Once again, inhale to flat back. Exhale, release, stepping back to all fours. Let's again roll through the spine, whatever feels good. If you find a space that feels particularly good, just stay there. Coming to child's pose. Stacking our fists to rest and breathe. If you still feel like you want more of an active workout, I suggest rewinding it back to the start of the strength portion. Repeat it, and then meet me back here for a few final stretches. We're going to shift around to butterfly. Feet together. So I purposely have created this video without yoga props, as most of us don't have props in our house. So if you are used to using props and you know some good makeshift props that you can use or would like to use, feel free to grab them. A blanket under the hips here can always be nice to elevate. Let's inhale in butterfly, exhale, and just relax. One tip I have is to open the palms up just to resist the urge to pull at our feet and pull ourselves into the pose. We want to really surrender. So feel the grounding through our sit bones, softness through our shoulders. And then come all the way up. Let's extend both legs out in front of us. Roll our shoulders down and back. We'll pull our right leg in. We can take it across if we'd like. Let's make sure we can feel even through our seat, rolling our shoulders back. Big inhale. Exhale. Let's look over our shoulders and enjoy this lovely seated twist here. So what I have done through this practice is made sure that we have moved our spine in all planes of direction, forward, back, side to side in twists. Lots of deep breathing, as you've noticed, but really getting all parts of our body moving. Let's come back around to the front. Bringing our knee open to the side. Inhale, exhale, release forward. Same suggestion here for palms up. One more breath. And release, rolling up. Let's bend our knee, tuck it behind. Turning towards our knee, let's relax down for a stretch. Coming on up, Let's bring our hand behind our hip, push into both shins, and stretch wide and open. Continue to find those big, full breaths. And let's release. Bring our legs around, give them a good shake. Knee comes in, crosses over. Rolling our shoulders down and back. Big twist. So we want to inhale on the way up, exhale to deeply squeeze through our belly. Come back through center, knee to the side, inhale tall. Exhale, release. Come all the way up. Bending our knee, tuck it behind, turning towards our front knee, and down into our stretch, releasing through the outer hip. Listen to the ocean wave sounds of your breath. Bringing our hands in and again. Our hand comes behind our left hip, pushing into both shins. Stretching open. Squeezing into our glutes, looking down at our bottom hand. And slowly, let's release. Bringing our legs around, giving them a good shake. We're going to come in and just roll onto our backs, hugging our knees in, rock side to side. Let's place both feet onto the mat, right ankle across our left knee, lifting our left leg and coming in for a hip stretch. Let's make sure our tailbone stays down, our shoulders are relaxed. And let's bring our left foot down. We're going to cross our legs, lift up, slide our hips over to the right side of our mat. So we're on the right edge of our mat with our right leg across the top. And then we're going to come and lie on the left hip, opening to a twist. If this gives any pinching at all in the hips, or sorry, the low back, please uncross the legs right away. And just rest here. So you can open our arms straight out. I have the wall, so I don't quite have the space here. We can always rest our hand on our hip as well. And then let's come back and adjust our feet so our hips are in the center. Just allow our knees to rock side to side. And then we'll move to bring our left ankle across and open for our hip stretch. And then let's release. Crossing the left leg over, taking our hips to the left side of our mat as we roll to the side of our right hip and open our arms out. Same thing if we're feeling any pinch in the back, uncross the legs. And then let's slowly come back into center. Readjust the hips. Let the knees release side to side. And slowly, let's come all the way onto our side, using our hands and pushing ourselves all the way up. I'm going to take you through a seated meditation here. Of course, if you would prefer to lay back for Shavasana, feel free. And let's find our breath in and out. Noticing how we feel now at the end of this practice, how we felt in the beginning. Really allow ourselves to settle completely into the mat, into the floor. Hold the space. Follow the breath. I'd love to encourage you to stay here as long as you'd like. If you would like to build onto this practice, you can follow up with my next 45-minute yin-based class. Yoga for Calm Space would work really lovely against this class, or simply let the video end and continue your Shavasana. Thank you for spending time with me. If you have any questions at all for this practice, please leave them in the comments below. I see you, I feel with you. Namaste.